Loveline is meant for an adult audience.
Loveline is meant for an adult audience.
Loveline may contain sexually oriented content.
Loveline may contain sexually oriented content.
Listener discretion is advised.
Listener discretion is advised.
Loveline.
1-800-LOVE-191.
Loveline starts now.
Hey, everybody, it is Loveline. I'm Dr. Drew. The phone number here is 1-800-LOVE-191. Joining us tonight, a dear friend of the show, whom I tend to go steady, I believe, and who came at a moment's notice, too, which we appreciate very much.
Well,
Joel McHale from The Soup on E!
It's a dream come true.
On the Ryan Seacrest Network.
Yes, the Ryan Seacrest Network. We all have uniforms now.
Oh, that's nice. What's the little logo? The smiley face?
It's actually just his frosted hair. Just a ridge of it above the pocket.
Do you interact with him at all?
They don't allow me to get too near him.
No, you might contaminate him or
Well,
something.
you just never know. His handlers have gotten near me, and I've been prepped. No, actually, I got to say, he's really dang personable.
A nice guy, yeah.
Totally self-effacing, and the hardest. He has like 12 jobs, and I think that, I'm busy.
That counts for something.
He does morning radio, and then he does E, and then he does American Idol and Singular and Coke, and I think he's helping people in Sri Lanka or something.
No way.
I don't know, but it's really intimidating, and I'm just glad he's a foot shorter than me.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he was actually in Lord of the Rings, so that's, because of he was a hobbit.
Oh, really?
Oh, Joel, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
No, he's actually not that short, but he talks it up, so I'm...
So you have to just pile on.
Yeah, and I'm gangly, so it all evens out.
Now, Joel's from Seattle, Washington.
Yep.
Where he played football at University of Washington.
Thank you for mentioning that.
I love that. And you were what do you call that? A shill wide receiver? What should we call that?
I would call it a tight end, a blocking receiver.
Blocking receiver.
Or, as I like to call it, ninth string.
But, yeah, you got to get beat up by the guys in the first string, yeah?
Yeah, but I did a great job of it.
Yeah.
I would lean right into their tackles to make them look great.
It's nice.
Yeah, I would hit the ground extra hard and pretend the wind was knocked out of me.
Well, you told me one time it actually was.
Horribly. 3 times in a row.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah, I had the wind knocked out of me. Then they made us redo the play while I couldn't breathe. And then I went out and they just leveled me again. Yeah, they were laughing. And then they made us do it a third time. And that time I just ran the other direction, screaming.
Oh, my God.
While trying to scream. I couldn't
Massive
really.
Football coaches.
Yeah.
Well, what's going on with the Soup? Anything new coming along?
Well,
now that you don't have Whitney to pick on?
We have a new kind of Whitney-ish who you're very familiar with.
Oh, yeah.
He's not as outgoing as Whitney, as you know.
But he's colorful.
Yeah, he's very colorful, especially the Benadryl box that he carries around with him. Jeff Conaway on Celebrity Fit Club.
Yes.
Yeah, he made it. He's back. But I only think he only made one appearance just to show that he was okay. And you were on the show. You helped him off the show.
Yeah. We started talking about this off the air, but here, let's finish this conversation now.
Yeah.
I was so, let me use a nice word, shocked that the doctors that they have sitting on the little panel didn't pick up that they had somebody dangerously as ill as you can possibly be.
But don't you think maybe the VH1 executives were like, this is the greatest thing ever. He will stay on the air until Dr. Drew shows up.
Well, they did not give me any directions. I showed up and said, this man needs to be in the hospital immediately.
Yeah.
This is a serious emergency. And why the F did nobody pick up on that? Because he nearly died the night before. They should have seen it a week or. I don't blame so much the VH1 guys, but they have doctors sitting there on their panels.
It's spelled. I don't know if it's spelled. It's like Dr. Pet,
like Rockadom.
Did you shoot him with like a tranquilizer gun to slow him down? But it was not even powerful enough to. There was so much going through him.
I didn't do anything to him except just sort of cut through the BS and go.
So now he's back, and he was basically explaining that he had a problem, and that was great that he was, but then he pulled out the Benadryl box.
And this is what you guys capitalized on, no doubt. This was your kiss my ass moment.
Yeah, that was a kiss my ass. And then he was explaining.
Oh, by the way, let me stop before we finish this story. Joel, I want to thank you for sending me those Soup T-shirts.
Hey, you can get them online at Network.
Especially the children's size. My kids wore them all to school.
Oh, no.
What's
and
the
it
back
said,
end?
what?
The back, it says like something inappropriate.
It says kiss my ass on it, and my kids were all sent home.
Yeah. There's a couple of different backs, and that was the only size left. I was like, these will fit Dr. Drew's kids.
And amazingly, none of us saw it. And the kids, I don't know if they saw it or not. They claim they didn't, which actually disturbs me even more.
Yeah.
They were sent to the nurse's office. Find a new shirt.
What's that mean? Why does it say kiss my ass?
Oh, you don't watch
why
the
does
soup.
it-
I just started watching because I fell in love with Joel on this show. So
Oh, well, because last summer, Brittany, it's Brittany or Whitney, it doesn't really matter. Whitney and Bobby were having a fight, and they were both lit. And Bobby was saying how he didn't like President Bush because he had thrown him in jail. And Whitney was talking about how we needed President Bush, and she needed to, he should kiss my ass.
And she turns to the camera and screams it
with
in
all
maniacal,
the
in a maniacal moment.
The power of her voice behind saying "kiss my ass," and so we must have used it.
That little clip, that little millisecond clip, you aired it conservatively 4,700 times.
Right around there.
About there.
Yeah.
And so it became the sort of moniker of the show.
Yeah.
And therefore it ended up on the T-shirt.
Yeah. And then there's another T-shirt that we have that says "dropping it on the one," which is something else she said, which she picked up a cell phone and explained to her assistant that she needed to go upstairs into the room and drop it on the one, referring to the number 2, and it was just awesome.
And Anderson, I know where you caught the opening of Being Bobby Brown, but the opening episode, and I know you aired this because I remember the look on your face when this part was aired, when Bobby goes into great detail describing how he had to manually disimpact Ms. Whitney.
As he said, I had to dig a doogie,
a turd,
doogie bubble out of her. And Whitney, to her credit, just kept looking back into the camera.
Like, this, I cannot. And he went, "What's the big deal?" And then he kept going.
Yeah.
And so Joel pulled that clip, and we have Joel standing in front of it going, looking like, "Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm horrified. I want to vomit. I don't know what to say."
It's an answer to a prayer for our show. Yeah, between that show, we should have just put the soup logo in the corner of that show and run it.
Yes.
And same thing with Bonaducci's. But Whitney really, she's just because she was such a diva and such a powerful voice that it works perfectly.
Yes. So therefore, it appeared on the back of the T-shirt that my kids
are
wore
in
to school,
trouble.
And we look like idiot parents, and they look like deviant kids, and it's all Joel's fault.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Great.
Anyway,
hey, as
great
long as we're
example.
talking about
Thank
the
you.
soup and how great it is, I got to say probably one of the greatest things I've seen in the last 6 months on TV was the trailer that you guys did for Brokeback Mountain for the middle of the country. Who wrote
Brokeback
that?
Kong.
That was awesome.
I did see that.
That came together in kind of a group effort. We're like, well, let's get some gorilla suits and some cowboy hats. And then someone came up with a model airplane, and then they just held each other and said, "Leave us alone. We're just two apes trying to live a lifestyle that we're responsible for." And so, that got great response. And we've had Brokeback Kong. We had Geisha Kong. And Brokeback Kong, I think, was the most successful.
I'm talking about the trailer that you guys made for Middle America.
Oh, right. Oh, my
that's
gosh.
what
I'm
I'm
sorry. See, I'm sorry. We wrote a trailer for Brokeback Kong to appeal to the flyover states.
Nice.
That, it's not just about gay cowboys. It's got guns and trucks and cowboys. Yeah, so it makes it more appealing. But some like this Utah theater wouldn't run the movie.
Oh, that's a big deal. Yeah. And now the soup official time is Friday at 10.
Friday at 10, and then repeats
every day.
Every day.
Check your local listings on.
And play the game and try to watch all the episodes in 1 week. It's a little game I like to challenge people to do. And then it's the shotgun blast approach to programming that he does.
And my wife's a huge Joel McHale fan. So are my kids, for that matter, even though you got them nearly thrown out of their little school.
That, in a weird way, makes me happy.
And we're all going to go out today. I'm going to take him and Danny Bonaducci and Gretchen out, and Joel and his wife, and we're going to...
Yeah. And let me just say I'm in training.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be
He's going to try to kill me.
I think so. Well,
Can I hide in the bathroom when they first arrive?
He's just been asking, but I had a hankering to meet you, so.
Anderson, do you think he's going to try to kill me?
He's quite capable of that.
Yeah, he's going to
He's capable of. No, you guys are going to be great. I saw him today. I filmed the show for Discovery Health Channel, and he was my guest. And he and Gretchen particularly were very into it, so.
Awesome. Well, this is great. Make sure we go to a place that doesn't have a lot of sharp knives or...
Oh, yeah, a restaurant without knives.
Cranberry bottles and... Okay, I'll stop.
Let's go to the calls here, shall we? Phone number on Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Joel McHale in here tonight. This first caller's name is Toya. Toya, what's going on?
I just had a question. Like, I'm 20, and I just recently found out I'm pregnant. Mm-hmm. But me and my boyfriend are so new into the relationship that he still kind of wants to have sex, like, almost constantly. And I've been asking, like the doctor and my friends and family if it's okay to still have sex. And, some are saying, yes, it's totally fine, or some are saying, it's fine up until, like, 4 or 5 months, and then I should stop.
Toya, what does your doctor tell you?
My doctor said, well, it was a registered nurse, and she said that it was fine up until about 4 months. But then I also got, like, online and did some other research on my own, because sometimes I can't just take one person's opinion.
The internet is an evil object.
Yeah, I mean, if the internet says it.
Go ahead.
I look on the internet. It says 6 months it becomes a threesome, officially.
Oh.
Lovely.
Nice. Toya, so what did it say on the internet?
Pretty much about 5 out of 6 sites all similarly said, it's perfectly natural. The libido is just something that is always going to be there, and it's perfectly natural throughout the whole pregnancy.
That is generally the rule of thumb, that unless you're having some complication, because your third trimester, the last part of the pregnancy, last 3 months, women, one of God's great tricks is that's when women get very horny. Very often.
But don't do it during labor.
No, but they may tell you to go home and do it to try to induce labor, when they're trying to get things going.
I'm glad my doctor didn't say that.
I know, it's a shame.
Did yours say that?
No, I had triplets, so I was if you're a high-risk pregnancy, you don't want to have sex throughout the pregnancy.
How old's your boyfriend, by the way?
He's 22, and he already has a son that's 4.
Oh, good. How old is your boyfriend?
He's 22.
All right.
Well, good. At 22, he should be populating the earth. I mean, that guy's ready to raise raccoons and then kids. Perfect. Fantastic. Toya, what do you do for a living?
I work for GMAC.
Okay. And what? Good job. Good. What's your question?
That was pretty much my question. If it was, like, okay to still have sex. And we are. And the other day, he ejaculated in me. And that...
You could get pregnant.
Yeah, you could get pregnant. Wow. But... I mean, should he still even be... I mean, I don't see how it could harm anything now since I already am pregnant, but...
Right. It's generally fine as long as he has no infectious diseases to give you, and you need to get regular prenatal checkup. There's vaginal infections that can occur, something called a beta strep. There's all kinds of things that they keep track of that can sort of put your pregnancy at risk. So it says here on the screen here you had a question about anal sex.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that. I like how you led her with that. And she's like, no, that's really my question.
Go ahead.
I kind of got him into the anal sex, actually. And so he likes it now, or he likes to give it to me now, and I don't mind it at all. But
boy, this is gonna be a great family.
I feel uncomfortable, like, now doing it, just because
you have to wear a diaper.
I will get bigger, and I just don't want.
I would think, actually,
I don't know. That's a lot to ask him to quit it. Quit anal sex at this point, don't you think, Dr. Drew?
I mean, it's a commitment. Parenting is a commitment, but quitting anal sex, no, it's far too great a commitment.
You're right.
Toya, I would actually be concerned that kind of stimulation would actually be more problematic for a pregnancy. Also, I don't like you tracking the stool over to the vagina. That's not okay, because that stuff then can cause infection for sure. So be very careful, all right?
Okay.
Wow.
Follow what the doctor says, please. Let's talk to Evan. How old are your kids again?
He's 14 months, but now I feel like...
Didn't your wife pregnant again? Or
no.
Why am I thinking 2?
Because he has the energy of 4 kids.
Got it.
And lots of running around and running his head into things. But
Evan, you asleep, buddy? Evan.
Hello?
There you are. What's happening there, buddy?
Hey, I was wondering, I kind of smashed my nuts about, like, kind of a gas about 18 times this month. I was wondering if that's going to be a problem later on.
He smashed against what?
Are you a BMX bike rider or something? What do you do?
Yeah, that's what I do. And I'm kind of like Steve. I do stuff like Steve.
Well, that's a sacrifice you're going to have to make, buddy. A lot of BMX riders, well, they're eunuchs, right? There's
certainly risk for that. Evan, if they start to swell, if they hurt, oh, buddy, again, get that asthma taken care of too. If they start to swell or hurt, obviously it could be a problem.
Go ahead.
And you can, don't worry, and you can fracture your testicles. There's no doubt about that. So maybe you ought to wear some protective gear because you want your testicles. Be good to your testicles.
Why can't bikes have that the way the girl bikes used to be? Remember how the bar didn't go straight across?
Not only that, remember we used to have banana seats?
Oh, that was the greatest. And the gear shift was right on the... Oh.
You're not old enough for that. You remember that?
I remember going to museums and seeing them.
Hey, do you guys use much footage of Steve-O? This Evan reminded me of that.
We used, of course, the famous shot of Steve-O from Adam's show.
With him getting crapped on by the elephant? Oh, no, him doing
it. From him going nuts. Yes. And then we have the shot of him showing the cops showing the cops pot. Did you ever see that footage outside a nightclub or something?
You got to keep an eye on him. He's got footage he sends around that's pretty amazing.
He's something. Yeah, I'd like to spend some holidays with him.
And how about the Gastineau Girls? Do you guys air that one?
Is he on the Gastineau Girls?
No, but these are ones that occur to me as train wrecks, and I keep thinking, I don't see it much on your.
We haven't covered that as much, only because when you have
an E show.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's not around as much as it used to be. I'm being very strategic right now. Just to let you know.
Okay, mental note here.
There.
Ask Joel off the air what the F he's talking about.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, got it. Okay, but it was.
No, here's the deal with the Gastineau Girls. It would have been, and I think I've said this before, it would have been way more. It's a great show, of course, because it's on E. But it would have been way more exciting if at any moment during the show a guy would pop out with a chainsaw and chase them.
Yes.
And a lot of shows would be fixed that way, I think. But that's just if I were a producer.
Okay, fair enough. You guys could sort of have that somehow woven in,
Yes.
Think about it. Then you could have Tom come out with a chainsaw or something. Be cool. Crystal, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, you're on the air with Joel McHale.
I have a question about pornos.
Mm-hmm.
Want me to give you a background?
All right.
Before I got into this relationship, I'd been in it 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And I was with a woman before prior for 2 years.
Right.
Okay, so I met this guy, and the first time we had sex, I met him through a cousin.
Uh-huh.
First time we had sex, he wouldn't, erect. Wouldn't get hard.
I'm kidding.
So I had to, he told me, well, suck it. Being the first time, I kind of didn't want to. But I hadn't had nothing real for 2 years. So here I am.
I need a Crystal English dictionary here. And all I got, though, is that her boyfriend is Lord Byron.
Oh, yeah.
And he has the command of the English language, like he's a poet. He said, just suck it? Is that what he said?
Just suck it.
I see. That's what he said.
Oh.
Basically, yeah.
Which is a show on E soon.
So
what's the question?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is the question?
My question is, we've been in a relationship 3 years. I have one kid from him, one of my own, and I'm pregnant now. But he wants.
You are a public enemy.
Yeehaw! So when do you show the kids pornos? Like in the morning, right before breakfast?
No. Just him and I. Or him, because I don't like to watch them.
Here we go. That's a piece of information.
Oh, now, you don't like watching them.
Okay, he likes them, you don't. That's something I can hang on to. And what can we do with this?
I feel very unattracted.
Because of him watching pornos?
Mm-hmm. And then when he does want to have sex, I just,
You're angry with him.
It creeps you out.
Yeah, I'm so pissed off.
Resentful then. Okay, does he subject you to the pornos? He makes you watch with him?
I don't watch him.
But how much time does he spend doing it?
It depends. Sometimes.
I've got a crystal clear idea now of how often he's looking at porno.
Sometimes it could be for a week, and sometimes not at all. Like when I met him, he never watched him.
Okay, now. How about now?
Now, I'd say maybe once a week, twice.
Okay, and you won't allow that, huh?
It's just, it makes me feel unattracted.
Well,
Did I feel that way since the beginning of the relationship? Or?
Yeah, unfortunately, his watching, this is something that you have to come to terms with. And I'm not saying you have to like the fact that he does it or make it okay that he does, but this piece you need to come to terms with, which is that males' brains work totally different than yours. And so the fact that he's looking at other women has nothing to do with his satisfaction with you, necessarily.
But if he is, if he's using that to replace sex with her.
But he's not.
Okay, so it's
just that she can't stay. She gets angry and turned off and pulls away from him just with the idea that he ever does this.
But is there something with a male's age where they ain't able to get an erection?
How old
You mean
is he?
so he's not getting one?
Sometimes.
And do you think that, could that be because he's associating so much with porn that he's not able to be?
He's not a porn freak like that. But
No. How old is he?
He's in his 30s. Early
Is he on
30s.
any medications?
No, none.
Well, erectile dysfunction is something that should be looked at medically. So he should really go talk to a doctor if that's what he's having in his 30s. That's not a normal thing. And in fact, if he's a smoker, it's one of the first signs that men sometimes get before having a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah. And so it is something to kind of look into a little bit. And then, of course, there are treatments out there for it.
That would be a really crazy fetish.
So heart attack fetish?
Yeah.
So all I say is just go see a doctor, get some solutions to that piece. In terms of the porno thing, I mean, Crystal, you got to loosen up a little bit about this. As long as he's able to have sex with you, he's interested in you, says he loves you, is attracted to you, that he looks at pictures of other people. I mean, I can understand you taking issue with pornography in general, but the fact that it bothers you and you believe it means that he isn't attracted to you or something, that's nonsense. Josh, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
You're on with Joel McHale.
Hey, I've got a question.
Yes.
Okay, me and my wife have been together for about 4 years now, and after we have sex and everything, after I pull out, everything seems to come back out. I mean, not a big deal, but it seems kind of a mess. Is there any way of being able to figure out how to keep it in?
Is she hanging from like a trapeze?
No, she's laying down.
All right.
You don't like the fact that, fill in the blank. I don't like the fact that
it comes back out. It kind of makes it a mess. Like,
does she have a female ejaculation? She has a big batch of fluid that comes out?
Just the cum and everything, and that stuff.
Yours or hers?
What, both? Yeah.
Let me talk to her. Let me talk to her. She's sitting right there. What's her name?
She's too embarrassed to talk.
I want to talk to somebody sane. Give me her, please.
I'm going to pretend I'm her if you don't put her on.
Just hand her the phone. Hello?
They hung up.
No way.
Wow.
Hello?
There she is. Hello?
Hello?
Hi there. Thank you for coming to the phone. I appreciate it. What's your name? You can make up a name if you want. What is it?
Kim.
Kim. Hi, Kim. Who is it that wants this wet problem solved? Is it him or you?
Both of us.
Both of you. Do you think all this fluid's coming from you or him?
Both.
Or do you have female ejaculation?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's no way to keep that in, and that's a good thing, right?
Right.
Okay. You're not incontinent of urine. Have you ever had babies before?
Yeah, I've got 2 of them.
Do you think this could be urine, maybe?
I don't know what it is. It started happening after my first one.
Well, if you eat a lot of asparagus, you can do a test.
You can test it.
It's called the asparagus test.
Yes, or take a nice, chartreuse vitamin or something. If it turns out yellow, or you smell the asparagus, yeah, you can. That's a good way to test it. But
oh my
gosh,
I was joking.
If you've had, you can. If you have more than 1 or 2 children and you're having a lot of wet after sex, that is sometimes female orgasmic incontinence of urine. And that's usually a lot of fluid, and there are operations to correct that, Kim. So that's something you might want to look into with your gynecologist. And the procedures are pretty simple and not that big a deal. If it's him, it's supposed to come back out.
Okay.
Gravity is not going to reverse itself for his semen. I'm sorry. So for all men, the semen goes in, a little bit comes out, or a lot comes out. But the stuff sticks that needs to stick and gets into the cervix, so don't worry about that. And then thirdly, if it's a female ejaculation or just lubrication, that's coming out too. There's no way to keep that in. So you need to invest in some towels.
And maybe some of that powder that they have in elementary school to soak up vomit.
Cat litter.
Yeah.
Some cat litter, lay that down. And
that'd be great.
That would be nice. Are you okay with that, Kim? Or who's the most uncomfortable with this?
Probably me.
Okay. You need to relax. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Relax. Put a towel down. Relax. Okay?
Okay.
It's all normal. It's all good. Everything's going fine. And if it's urine and you want to get that repaired, because if you have urine incontinence when you laugh or sneeze or anything like that?
A little bit.
Yeah. That all goes along with it. It's called stress urinary incontinence. And go talk to your gynecologist about that, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm so happy. I'm relieved. Not a satisfied couple.
I love the moment where the guy goes, hold on a second. Is that what happened?
Kim, do you watch The Soup?
I'm sorry?
What?
What'd you say?
Do you watch The Soup?
Sometimes.
So you know Joel McHale,
You
right?
actually know what it is? Really? Awesome.
So not only have you discussed your orgasmic incontinence with them, you made him happy.
This is great.
Thank you, Kim.
If I had $1.
Bye. All right, we're going to take a little break here. Joel McHale in the studio with us tonight from E's program, The Soup.
Thanks. Just a quick, how am I doing compared to Fred Durst?
Great. Excellent. Excellent. You're going to do a little Fred imitation, aren't you, coming up?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Excellent.
It's going to be great.
And if you guys have not seen The Soup, I suggest you get a load of it. It's very funny. It's Friday at 10 o'clock, and it plays throughout the week as well. And
you don't have to watch any TV because it will just catch you up on all the horrible shows.
It really does. It captures the most important moments of all the awful television that's out there.
The most.
Yeah. I mean, you watch for half an hour to get what is played on The Soup.
If you missed out on Date My Mom or Flavor of Love, we will help you.
By the way, you still doing Flavor Flav is a big one now.
Oh,
he's good. And how about Trading Spouses?
We love Godmom. Remember Godmom?
She back?
She's got a CD and she's in a movie.
No.
She's not a Christian.
Which is an answer to our prayers.
Let's hear it again. And something else. What else you got?
I'm a God warrior.
Oh, man.
She is dark-sided, too.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
That's great.
Yes.
I can only hope for, that CD is going to be huge. She is going to be next to Mariah Carey next year at the Grammys.
Oh, my God. Listen, I always imagined we were going to sink into Rollerball or Gladiator or something. This I didn't see coming.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to go down in sort of a
more
violent
kind of
mess.
Yeah.
This is worse.
No,
this is
just petty bickering and watching people have horrible times on television.
Not happy people either.
Oh no,
it's
she was great, and she's on Access Hollywood now. She's all over the place.
Doing what?
Like stumping for her CDs and movies.
Is she still fat, or did she lose the weight?
No, she's still.
Wasn't she going to have a gastric bypass?
I heard she was doing that.
That's where they put the money. The money that she got on Trading Spouses was for gastric
Yeah,
bypass.
maybe. I don't know if she's had it. Maybe she did have it, and I'm just not seeing it.
Because she wouldn't be good if she was skinny. It wouldn't work.
No, I agree. It would be weird if she lost the girth because
she'd lose some of the ring in that voice too.
She's like the Jerome Bennis of insane Midwestern women.
Is there a difference between Wife Swap and Trading Spouses?
Trading Spouses, I believe one of them you get $40,000. The other one you don't. You just get satisfaction.
A conversation
that you learned
with the
about
wives.
your family, which seems. But I heard that the producers of each show compete for different families.
Oh, of course.
And basically, the one show can go like, "40 grand. We're going to get $40,000 out of this," and they're like, "All right, fine, we're going with that one." And I think one of them's for a shorter period of time. They have to live with them. But they all find, man. They find some really great.
For you
families.
guys, it's all good.
It's all good.
For The Soup, it's good. So watch The Soup, and Joel's going to stay with us this evening. The phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. I'm Dr. Drew. He is Joel McHale. More you, more us. Coming up.
Yep, Loveline will be back.
Glad to hear it.
Loveline will be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Joel McHale from The Soup in with us tonight. I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Lee. Lee, what's up there, buddy?
Lee.
Or girl, I guess, huh?
Girl. I was listening to you the other night, and you hit home on a lot of items. When I went through my divorce, I started counseling for marriage counseling and continued on afterwards. And nothing really... it doesn't push me to where I need to be, and I'm in a situation where the other night you were talking about the bad boy complex and so on.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years old, and I just recently had my first orgasm right before I turned 30.
Nice. Congrats. Yes.
And the
Finally.
person's a sex addict. Finally, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have a wonderful relationship as far as sexually, but I always find myself surrounded by people who are bipolar or sex addicts. And I had, when you mentioned, when you talked to a young lady the other night, you asked about her sex life because she had been self-stimulating at a young age.
Right.
And I've had that situation for years, since I can remember, and I don't remember a lot about my young age.
Mm-hmm.
But my counselor really doesn't push me to find out more and provide a lot of information for me. And I was wondering if I need to see a psychologist or if there's more I need to figure out, and what I need to do to really become a whole person and quit playing these games with my life because every time I get on a good path, I redirect.
Okay.
So she's with a sex addict?
Well, let me before we move into the details, let me just answer your question. Yes. Okay. The answer is yes, okay?
To everything.
Yes. The answer is yes, that a good psychotherapist who can really sit and don't expect them to dig into the past. That's not important. What's important is for them to, like a surgeon, pull you into a real relationship in the present with them. And magically, as you move into a real connected attunement with your therapist, you will begin to see more things about the past in relation to sort of being outside of yourself in this new relationship. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then now, I'm curious about what you mean by sex addict. What do you mean this current guy's a sex addict? What does that mean?
He's been told he's a sex addict. He was abused as a child, and his father was an addict.
Say no more. He's actually diagnosed as a sex. Okay, so you're the codependent.
Shirt and a badge.
Yeah, you need to fix people. You need to be with people who are damaged. And undoubtedly, you said you come from a chaotic family system. You probably had addicts and your parents, right?
Well, no, actually, my family was the Brady Bunch family growing up on the outside. We had some inside arguments with each other and siblings, but it wasn't. My parents were always there. They've always been married. It was a stable situation, but I don't remember a lot about my young childhood. I spent a lot of time with my grandparents.
Why?
When I was very young.
Why?
They were going to school and working.
So they were abandoning. They were not available, and that's a big deal when you're a kid. So and then you were self-stimulating too?
Yes.
All right. So that's...
Since I can remember. I can't even remember not. And it mortified them.
But you have orgasms by yourself, but not with a person?
No, I don't. Only
you would self-stimulate...
I self-stimulated...
But not to an orgasm.
And I didn't even know what it was.
All right.
And I never had an orgasm until...
Right.
Can you make up a chart of this?
Yeah, I'll diagram for you later. Don't worry.
This, man.
Jeez, I forgot to ask you during the break about the Gastineau girls. Damn. So anyway, yeah, Lee, you're onto stuff here. You got some insight. You need to get a good therapist. I'm glad you're able to have orgasms in
maybe
sexual
get rid of the sex addict.
I think getting rid of the sex addict and starting to get in maybe a moratorium on relationships. Get involved in some therapy for a little while and see if you can't. Here's the one piece of advice I would give you. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Sunscreen.
Other than yes to your question and get therapist and use sunscreen.
A lot of sunscreen.
SPF 30 at least. Is do not go after guys you're very attracted to, because we know you have a certain radar, and then if you're very attracted, they're going to be abandoning bad boys and addicts. Okay?
Definitely.
So
if you see like a one-eyed, elderly, handicapped, really obese man, that's the guy.
Well, it's not so much the physicality. It's just the excitement you feel when you see somebody. That's the guy you can't go for until you've had some therapy. When you have therapy, magically you'll start to attract and be attracted to healthier people. But for the time being, people that aren't so exciting are for you, okay?
All right.
Got it? It sounds funny, but I'm deadly serious. And don't forget, yes to your first question. Yes.
And get it.
A resounding yes. And I'll diagram this for you later. Don't worry.
Right.
Angie, what's up?
Hi. Well, I'm really nervous, so if I talk all weird, it's because I'm really nervous.
Don't worry. Just don't screw it up.
You're on. Okay. How can you be nervous? You're on with Joel McHale from The Soup. He's the easiest guy to talk to on earth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I've never really watched that show.
Oh, exactly.
Today, Junior.
Okay.
Well, you got to find the E channel.
Angie,
it's long.
When you're nervous, open with like a compliment, not I've never know who you are kind of comment. Okay.
Hey, I got a compliment for you though. I'm reading your book right now, Cracked, and it's really good, and it seems like you have a lot of insight into addicts and people with mental health issues, and that's a main reason why I'm calling.
Okay.
I'm a heroin addict, and but I'm going to methadone clinic right now.
You're a heroin addict.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to a methadone clinic right now, so obviously I've been supposed to not be using, but
you're a heroin addict. Methadone is not a good idea.
It's not?
No, in my opinion.
Okay.
In my opinion, you don't see me using methadone in any of the patients I wrote about in Crack, do you?
No.
No,
except for those two. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Could be those. I could have. It's been a while since I wrote that book. And are you a trauma survivor, like some of the people I write about in the book?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay. If you're ready, you need to go into a treatment center. There's Springbrook up there in Portland. It's a very good program, and you can go. You need to spend 6 months there.
Well, see, the thing is that I don't have insurance and I don't have money. Nobody in my family has money, and I'm just really struggling.
Okay, it makes it hard. As a friend of mine, a very insightful social worker friend of mine said, people that are into heroin aren't into insurance.
Yeah.
And it's true. And I would still urge you to find a county-funded bed and plan. In the meantime, methadone is fine, but as you're finding out, you use heroin anyway, and methadone is not the solution. It's just sort of a way of kind of keeping you alive and going in the meantime. But if your doctor became a heroin addict, or the airline pilot, or your attorney became a heroin addict, methadone would not be okay for them. And my opinion is, well, therefore, it's not okay for you either.
Yeah.
It'll get you by for a while, and it's okay, but as you see, you start using the heroin anyway. So get into a real program, read the rest of that book, and you'll see how we kind of approach dealing with trauma-surviving opiate addicts. It takes time and takes a lot of motivation, but you got to go somewhere and spend some time. And most counties will have some, or the universities will have beds that are of low cost.
Did you see that documentary, Methadonia?
No.
It's great.
Heavy, huh?
It's about the methadone clinics in New York and about how they're just overdosing people on it.
Well, I know. It's
a musical, actually. It's really fun.
It's a viable treatment for people that are going to die of addiction because it keeps them alive. But it doesn't. It keeps them chronically ill, too.
Right.
And there are other ways to approach this, is my point. And if you developed heroin addiction, you'd have to be sober in order to continue your work.
I spent enough money on espresso. My espresso.
Me too.
I had the most expensive urine in town, I think.
Really? Interesting.
Well, I feel like it's... Never mind. Hey, question for you, Dr. Drew. Is working in a hospital like Grey's Anatomy? People are just constant relationships and fantasies.
I got a bunch of things to say. First of all, how come you guys don't cover intervention?
Well, okay, we've tried to cover intervention before, and it gets really serious really quick. Yeah. And for us to make jokes about it, it's still people inviting cameras into their house for reasons which we're like, come on.
Do you ever? Makes it even funnier though, Joel.
Well, to us it is, but then when we're doing it on the show...
Go with your instinct. Do you ever resurrect old shows, like from years ago? And because so much crap out there for the last 10 years.
There's talk of doing that.
I think that would be very funny.
Yeah, the thing is you have to get the thing is with our show is that ours is technically a news show. We don't have to pay for the clips because we use under 20 seconds of the clips, and so it would be an enormously expensive show, I think, to go buy the clip. I mean, you could show, there's so many shows.
Oh my God, it'd be so interesting, right?
Yeah, you could show Manimal and Automan. There's Small Wonder. There's so many shows that came out and were on the air for a long. I mean, Perfect Strangers. There's okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, here's Grey's Anatomy. When people are residents, there is a lot of carrying on that does happen.
Really,
and medical students too.
All right.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of it. Yeah. Not everybody. That show seems like it's everybody.
I just don't know how anybody gets well on that show.
Right. There's a fair bit of it. I mean, think about it. You have a bunch of 20-year-olds in a closed space and never leave the facility for years on end. I mean, something's going to go on.
And tear away clothes, practically.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, right. Okay, so there is that.
They're constantly clean.
What drives me insane about medical shows, two things. One, they're never completely accurate. So there's always something that's like,
wait a minute.
What? I mean, it just takes me completely out of the moment. So they're scrubbed in for surgery. They're wearing a flak jacket on the outside, and they got they're holding the flak jacket. It's like, something like that. Okay.
I scrubbed the flak jacket. Don't worry.
So I can't stay in the moment.
Right.
The other thing, and this drives me insane with all these medical shows, they're showing doctors, nursing, doing things that they do 300 or 400 times a day, every day of their effing life.
And it's routine.
And you don't start that thing you've done 1,000 times with, give me the D5W30K. It's like
that would be great.
I mean, you just go, give me the bag. Give me the usual.
Because it seems like when you walk late night into most emergency rooms, unless you're here in downtown LA, it's pretty mellow.
If you can't function like that, you don't think clearly. Even when there's horrific things going on, it has to be routine to you, or you're going to make mistakes. And by the way, you're not going to be thinking, and you're going to be upset.
Yeah. There was a time when I watched a lot of ER, and just for the sake of, obviously for entertainment, they had to. But I was like, they should rename this show "The Worst Hospital in America." Because every time, I'm like, I just took his blood. Oh no, he's gone. Yeah. He's almost dead. His heart has leapt out of his body. Somehow, they did something barely wrong,
right?
And the person has died.
Right. And so there's a fair bit of get in here quick, but then it's like, give me this, give me that, give me the tray, give me this. The nurses know. It's practically kind of a sign language.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of screaming and yelling. Give me the D5W. Like, No. That would be like, excuse me. Come on out here, doctor. I want to talk to you for a second.
Yeah. All right.
Cool out in there a bit, will you? And we'll call a psychiatry team in here if you need it. So
you've broken down all the things I built in my head about.
Well, there you go.
That's right.
So, all right. Joel McHale in here tonight, the host of The Soup.
Yep.
And
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock Friday. Check out that show. We got a bunch more calls for you here coming up. It's
Little Fred Durst won't get back, maybe?
Oh. How about
I'm
right
still
now?
waiting for my...
Yeah, let's do it. I'll do it on this call.
Okay, next call. When we get back, we're going to take a break. It's 1-800-LOVE-191. On return, Joel McHale is Fred Durst.
Gefühl pur. Die Loveline. Loveline. This is Loveline.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Joel McHale in here tonight. And on this next call, Joel McHale is Fred Durst. Michelle, what's going on?
Oh, hello.
Hey there.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was normal to, like, have thoughts about, like, this is going to sound a little freaky, but I had a dream about making out with Freddy Cougar, and I liked it.
Joel?
No, you have to address me as Fred.
Fred?
And that I like those kind of guys, too, so...
You like guys that wear ski masks?
Guys that are scary. Like, right now I'm dating a guy, and he scares me, but I still like him.
Why do you think she's liking scary guys, Fred?
Question for the doctor.
Well, I'm just curious what you had to say about that. She's from Colorado, and she has these crazy dreams about guys wearing hockey goalie masks.
Come again?
And she likes to have sex with guys that are kind of scary.
I'm sorry, I'm emailing photos to the person.
Joel just became my favorite co-host ever. Better than you, Drew.
Oh, Michelle. You want to give me any clues to why scary people might be so attractive to you?
I don't know. I just find them extremely hot.
What do you mean by scary? They're hot, Fred.
Like, scary, like, I don't know, like murder scary, like about to kill me maybe. I don't know.
Did anybody beat you when you were a kid?
Not really.
Oh, not really. How about Fred? Were you beaten when you were a kid?
Did Alfred Nookie?
Michelle?
Yeah?
There isn't sort of an almost bitten or sort of not beaten. Did somebody hit you with an object when you were growing up?
Just when I was punished.
Okay. Well, I don't care what the circumstances were. Whenever that happens, it has a really pretty heavy effect on how you develop and the kind of things you're attracted to. You've heard me say a couple times tonight that...
Hey, Dr. Drew?
Yeah, Fred.
Why don't you take this?
I think that's a great idea. That when people terrorize you in childhood, that becomes a source of attraction after puberty. So if your parents hit you and were scary, naturally enough, you get kind of attracted to scary people later on. Fred, I got one more for you here. This is Brian, 15. Brian, what's up? You're on with Joel McHale as Fred Durst.
Oh, hi, what's up, Joe?
Hey, Brian.
Hey, I was calling because I could just grew a penis on my forehead.
This is a good one for Fred.
Take a picture of it, send it person.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
Take a picture of it, send it person.
Oh. And also, I grew a vagina on my cheek.
Yeah, he's from Seattle. Switch to Joel for a second.
That was hard. I'm sorry.
It's well done, though. Well done. You've
yeah, that's over. Actually, I'm from Seattle, too, so we did a lot of that.
What kind of
Thank you, man. Thanks,
screwball a-holes are they raising in Seattle to call
Well, a lot of people, Seahawk fans, they like to paint themselves blue, paint
and by
vaginas,
the way,
penises on there.
It's one thing to call the bogus call. It's creative and interesting, but this guy is just a total jack-off.
Yeah. Hey,
Brian.
What's it? Brian?
Yeah?
Why?
Why did I grow it?
Why call?
I don't know. Nothing else to do.
All right. Well.
Bogus call, by the way.
Well, you're kidding.
Wow.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe it.
Liar.
I was so taken by this call.
They have to come up with something better than that. You have to base it in truth for a moment and then jump out, don't you think?
Well, give him a little. You need to give him a little acting.
Here's what you need to
do.
Here's what you need to do. You're like, I won't do it as Fred Durst. I'll do it. I'll try it. All right. Hey, I have a question, Dr. Drew.
Yes, Fred.
Yeah,
not Fred. Brian.
Yeah, Joel. Oh, Brian. Oh, yeah. Brian from Seattle. Yeah, my dad used to hit me a lot, and my mom, well, she wasn't really around a whole bunch, and then I decided that it would be good to bisect my penis. And,
filet penis. Have you ever seen that? That's pretty disgusting.
Yeah, and then go to fairs and
show it.
Yeah, and then
that kind of
I could flip elephant ears with it. I don't know if you know what an elephant ear is.
No,
they're only available at the Puyallup Fair. See, I'm basing it in truth, which is a large kind of pancake,
and it has to follow. Things have to follow sensibly.
I don't know if it's as clear.
What
as
is the elephant ear?
Oh, well, you get them at the Puyallup Fair, which is
what fair?
The Puyallup Fair.
I've been to Puyallup.
There you go. They have this huge fair. It's the biggest fair in Washington.
I spoke at Puyallup Community College.
Was that when tough times were around?
And there was a ton of people there. It was amazing.
I'm sure they were great. And Puyallup is a wonderful town. And the fact that I'm able to pronounce it correctly is.
How about me?
Yeah, a lot
of
color.
There.
But it's this huge fair, and there's elephant ears, and they have scones and deep fried Snickers bars. Elephant ears like a large pastry that's about literally hangs over the plate, and then it's covered in sugar, and it's flat, and it just looks like a big kind of
pancake.
earish. Yeah, it's a big pancake.
And you flip the filet penis, flips the ear.
Yeah, with the bisected penis.
Like a fork,
it's able to clamp down, flip it over. So I work fairs all over the country.
Have you ever seen that filet penis thing? People do that.
It's terrifying.
Yes, you've seen it. Nice. That is shocking.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, I mean, it's
your penis turned inside out. It did. Say it. It turned inside out.
Yeah, it just went back in. Now I'm an innie. But the amount of psychological trauma you have to get to the point where you bisect your penis has got to be incredible.
Okay. On that note, we will take yet another break. The phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. This is Joel McHale, and when we return, we will talk about the amount of psychological damage necessary to fillet your penis.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Loveline will be right back. Loveline will be right back.
Here we go. It is Loveline.
We got to go right to that call.
Okay. I was going to spit out Fred Durst, but I was saying that Joel McHale. What was it we were going to talk about? We were going to talk about the filet penis.
Yeah.
What it does. That's more what the sort in the realm of the aggressive piercing. I don't know if there's any specific syndrome other than physical abuse and neglect and all that good stuff that makes people go fillet the peni.
Are there any specific abuses that occur to a child or something that can go like, oh, well, if that person's in a bestiality, this definitely happened to them?
I don't think there's that kind of... we may one day have that, but I don't think there's that kind of one-to-one correlation. The only thing I've seen with bestiality is severe neglect early in childhood. Severe neglect. So they never... The part of the brain that sort of develops a connection with other humans, they ain't working.
Right.
So chairs, humans, animals have sort of the same valence, affectively, feeling-wise. And humans just more of a pain in the ass. So let's stay with the animals. You right? Why not?
Well,
if that's the way you felt.
They're very loyal.
If they all felt on a feeling level, it all felt the same. A chair, a human, a mammal. You do with the easy stuff,
And then bisected penis, there's obvious someone who's, as you just said, something
bad happened.
All right, great. That was great. Glad we cleared that up.
Okay, here's Reva. What's up, Reva?
Hi, Drew.
You're on with Joel McHale.
Oh, cool. I have to say to you, Drew, I've been listening since I was 12. This is actually my second time calling y'all.
Nice.
All right.
But I had a question.
Wait, what was the first time you called?
Good question.
I called first about 2 years ago. I was asking what Asperger's syndrome was. And Drew actually made fun of me because I had told him why I had to go get evaluated at this place. Why? And it was because I beat up the gym teacher because she woke me up. And you were like, it's out of form to wake students up. Students may be angered. But it didn't matter. I got kicked out of the place after one day anyway. But
that doesn't sound like me. Maybe Adam said something like that. That did not sound like me. But go ahead.
My question...
Was it the Tom Leykis show?
No.
Anyway.
Okay.
So.
But my question is, if there's such. I know I hear people talk about gender identity disorder all the time. I was wondering if there was such thing as racial identity disorder.
You mean you're a black person caught in a white body?
I'm black, but I want to be white.
So you're a white woman caught in a black woman's body?
Yes.
I'm half Irish and Norwegian. I've always wanted to be
Somalian,
Belgian.
But
it's something that I'll never get.
It raises an interesting question about these identity disorder labels and whatnot. I mean, what if I decided I was a two-limbed person caught in a four-limb body? Would you go to surgery for that? Go surgery?
That's the way to take care of it.
I'm not okay with the four limbs.
I'll do it now.
I've
Reva,
heard your gripes with, with the identity disorder, that same argument before, but I'm serious about it. I mean, I really don't feel like I fit into my race. I mean, there's only so far I can go. I mean, obviously, at least I don't have the money to go, go get my skin changed or get plastic surgery, at least not at this point in my life because, I'm 18 years old.
This is something nice. I think this is an episode of South Park, by the way.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you see that one? But, Reva, here's the deal. There's all kinds of issues people can have with their own identity. And that's, they don't feel comfortable with who they are, why they are who they are, how they feel about who they are.
Could she just do something to make her feel slightly better, like change her name to Jennifer?
Even that, that's a sign that people aren't happy with who they are. And I think in general that's a role for therapy to be played. They kind of work through what it is that's making you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, quite literally, so you can get to the point where you can accept, in fact, who you are. I think that would be a good thing.
Reva, more importantly, beat up any more gym teachers?
No, because I dropped out of school.
Oh, great.
How are you supporting yourself now?
I still live with my parents. I was going to get my GED for a while, but I got tired of it. I was like, I forget it, and I just been sitting here every day watching TV, listening to music. I ain't doing nothing.
That's not good for people, Reva. You need to get some work.
Yeah.
I know. I've heard it 50 million times. I just got
for your own good. It's 50, really people need work and love. Those
weird how all that advice seems to just nonstop to her.
Yeah, funny how that is, huh? Those people are so. How could everybody be wrong?
That seems very strange.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Reva, get a job.
Okay, let's keep going here. This is Stacy. What's up, Stacy?
Hi, I had a question for you, Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to know if it's safe to dye your pubic hair.
Well, for me, it was very dangerous.
Why?
I soaked it in bleach. I soaked mine in bleach for 2 hours.
Well, most people that dye their pubic hair do first bleach it.
Really?
Really?
Because you're kind of go from black to red or something, or black to whatever.
I wanted something a little more extreme, because I'm kind of like I don't know, I feel like I'm like a gothy type person. And, well, I don't know if I describe myself like that. Like, I want, before I had, the pink hair and the stuff like that,
Why don't you start with just braiding?
Well,
just see what happens.
Well, I have my nipples pierced, and I think it would look really cool, like to just, take off my clothes and just have, pierced nipples and, a different color of hair down there. Do you know what I mean?
I gotta disagree. I don't think it would necessarily be cool.
You know?
I agree with Joel.
But,
something you think would be cool.
Okay.
I would say if you could do something blue? Just like maybe some frosted tips or just some highlights to start out with, just to maybe accent the area.
And that's safe. It wouldn't, it wouldn't hurt me in any way.
Yeah, you can burn
percentages
your skin. You can really burn yourself, for sure.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
I could?
People burn themselves. But people do a lot of pube dyeing, and they survive it.
If you go to a pube salon, then it's going to be safer. It will be more expensive.
Strangely, it's in Puyallup.
They really have those?
Yeah.
In Puyallup.
Where do you live?
Pube salon.
Where do you live?
I live
Arizona?
in Arizona.
There's one in Flagstaff.
Is there?
Actually, there's a chain in Flagstaff.
Oh, really?
Yes, there is.
Puyallup pube salons.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never heard of it. No.
Yeah. It's called Fantastic Pubes.
Okay. No, I didn't want, to bleach it, but I guess if I have to do that first, but, I wanted to, like you said, a weird color, like a blue or a pink or a...
Totally understand, yeah.
Something weird like that.
I would go to the aquarium to get some ideas, specific.
So you get the kind of glow.
Yeah, there's just so many different things to choose from.
Yeah, the yellows and things.
Okay.
And you know what else you should do? You should spend more time thinking about this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've thought about it for a while. I just think it would be really cool.
You're 17?
Yeah.
How old are you? Yeah. Okay.
What's your plan in life?
my plan in life. Well, I'm not. I don't really have a plan.
Shocking! No, I can't. How can I be so wrong?
Dr. Drew, she is spending a lot of time deciding what color she's going to dye her pubes.
If you were to come up with a plan, where would it sort of take you? Do you think?
I don't know. I'm just gonna
maybe a plasty.
Be a what?
Don't give her any ideas.
I'm sorry.
Don't give her any ideas.
You're right.
She wants to work at Fantastic Pubes, I think.
You know, if you start out as an apprentice there, I would say if you're good, in 3 months, you'll be dyeing all sorts of pubes.
Really? What are you talking about? Oh,
you start. Well, what you do is you comb them with that crab comb, and that. Yeah. So what would you if you could be anything in your life, Stacey? What would it be?
Like anything?
Yeah, I mean, other than like a
airline pilot,
I think
gargoyle or whatever.
Like a gargoyle, a tattoo artist, I think would be really cool.
Shocking. Okay, I'm sort of surprised Stacey isn't one of these people that shaves everything off, including her hair and her pubes and everything.
I was thinking of not just like having like a big like a bush. I wanted like have it like in a little mohawk, like a little line.
You're almost to the complete shave off of everything. You're getting there. You'll be there soon. Don't worry.
Thanks, Stacey. That was great.
Well done. Fantastic pubes. Hey, Joe, what's happening? You're on with Joel McHale.
Hey, how you doing, Dr. Drew?
We're good.
Joel McHale.
Thanks. Great.
Okay, did you want me to go ahead and give you my question?
Yeah. No, because I can't get over fantastic pubes. I can't get over it.
Hey, did you ever have a thought go through your mind that, you know what I need to do today? I really need to dye my pubes.
No, not yet.
Good. Okay, well then, look, he's already that much further ahead.
We can talk to him. What's up, Joe? What's the question?
Looking forward to it. Anyway, my name's Joe. I'm about 26 years old. Probably about 5 to 6 months ago, I was diagnosed with hepatitis C. And since then, I have a family, I have children, and I have a woman I've been with for years. She doesn't have it. We've had her tested. I haven't passed it through intercourse, but I'm wondering how likely is that to happen? Because I've heard 100 different things from doctors telling me that it doesn't really happen.
Right. Doctors debate it. I think a safe way to think about it is that it's essentially the same as HIV.
Okay.
When you have high levels of circulating virus, you can transmit it through sex. So I think the key here is to get your viral levels checked and to make sure you're not carrying high loads. And if you are, get on some interferon.
Okay, well, yeah, I actually got good news on that not too long ago. My viral levels are really low.
Okay, and how about your liver tests?
My liver test came back great. I'm in good shape. There's no.
All right, so I believe, and I may be wrong, but I think again I'm taking a very conservative point of view that she still could potentially get it from you, but the risk is very minimal.
Very minimal.
Yeah, don't have anal sex. That would increase the risk.
Oh, no, we don't do that anyway. And I've heard, I've been listening to you, Dr. Drew, for years, as long as I could remember, and I've heard a lot of bad things about that whole...
How'd you get it? Were you doing IV drugs or something?
Yeah, I was a heroin addict for probably a good 3 to 4 years of my life, and it was a horrible, interesting experience, and glad I'm past it. And since then, since then I've working on owning my own business, and I work a lot and take care of the family, and yeah, I'm proud of myself. I drive a Lexus.
What do you really? Oh, you really are?
Yeah, he's good. He's all recovered.
That's great, man.
Good job, Joe. Take care now.
Right on.
All right. Bye-bye.
I almost became Fred Durst there for a moment.
Yeah, could have happened. Yusef?
Yes, sir.
What's happening? You're on with Joel McHale.
Nice to meet you, brother. Listen, I heard about something called oxytocin bonding.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you could give me any insights about what exactly it is, how it occurs.
It's
a cream you get at the store.
It is that. No, it's an oversimplification of a very complex process. It's one biological element of something that is multifactorial. It's a powerful hormone released by the pituitary called oxytocin that basically is released during intimate contact, particularly during sex.
Right.
And under the influence of estrogen, it causes a very profound experience of bonding to that person, which is why women tend to get very intensely bonded to somebody they're sexually active with, while men, under the oxytocin, pretty much is ineffective. It pretty much doesn't work when there's high levels of circulating testosterone. So young men with the high testosterone, oxytocin bonding, they have sex, no bonding. They just move on to the next one. And that's one biological explanation for why men and women are different that way.
And what about, how does an addictive personality play into something like that?
Not at all.
Nothing whatsoever.
No, not that I can see. That's a different genetic issue and a different biochemical pathway. It's an issue of the reward system and the drive systems. Different.
Okay. And one more thing. Is it any sort of intimate contact, or does it have to be sexual?
I don't know that.
On the couch, that can be for those.
Is what?
Would
spooning on the couch, watching television, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it could be, but it's really, I don't think anybody's actually studied in terms of which sexual act. Is oral sex the one that releases it, or intercourse? Does it have to be? My suspicion is that the intercourse does more than others, but yes, it can be released in all kinds of intimate physical contact.
Okay, great, man. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks.
There's a book called Alchemy and Love of Love and Lust, and a book called Sex on the Brain.
Alchemy of Love and Lust?
Yes, and Sex on the Brain. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Check those out. You can talk about
wow.
these.
I just learned a lot.
There you go. This is Jenna, 24. What's up, Jenna? Jenna.
Dang it.
Dang.
Oh, she had a... Man,
there she goes.
Great question.
Courtney.
Oh, my God. I can't believe I'm on the radio.
Courtney.
Oh, my God.
Courtney's 12.
Yeah, I'm really screwed up. Seriously. Okay.
Pube dyer?
Huh?
Sorry, I can't stop.
Yeah, okay.
12, dude.
Sorry.
12.
Oh, my gosh, you're right.
12 years of age.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right, Joel. You'll go to hell.
She's been listening to the show, though, so...
I know, it's scary.
Yeah,
She gets
like
to die in about a year when they come in.
She
I'm
will.
not your number 1 fan. I'm probably your number 7 fan.
Thank you, Courtney.
Okay, yeah, so anyway, I kind of like masturbate, but I don't like orgasm, but it's like, I kind of am blaming it on, my ex-boyfriend, who I've had, I've known him since I was, born, and we used to, do...
Oh, my gosh!
What? You're worried about zygotes and their sexual
this is
activity?
really hard to listen to.
Yes.
Let's
keep going, though.
Kid.
Yeah, his name is Chris.
All right, so you were sexual with him at a young age or something?
Well, it wasn't really sexual. It was making out, naked, but, sometimes he'd,
Yeah, come... Drew, jeez.
Sometimes he'd make me touch his thing and,
Okay, that's sexual.
Yeah, so not very sexual.
Not very, but sexual.
We
Okay.
didn't really have sex. But, and then,
Are you hiding from someone right now?
No, it's, really late right now, and I'm supposed to be, asleep.
Oh,
and it's
so...
not like I can tell my parents, yeah, I'm masturbating now.
You live with your parents?
No,
Do you live with your parents?
My parents don't know I'm calling you guys.
But you live with them, right?
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, no, my parents are great. It's just, I'm kind of screwed up. So...
Courtney, why... Well, no, wait a minute. What do you mean you're screwed up? And why can't you tell your parents about it?
Well, it's they found out we were, kissing, but not, naked. And, so we've been, Chris and I've been separated, and, but we'd sneak off and, get on and off relationships, and it's been going on through middle school. And it's I broke up with him, and it's every time I see him, I get mad at him, because I just can't handle that anymore, him.
Courtney, let's reel it back a little bit here.
Oh, my.
You describe yourself as really screwed up, right?
Yeah, I'm having fantasies about, having sex with little kids.
Oh, my. So why don't we get you some help?
Well,
can you send someone to her house right now?
I've got an airlift packing up in the back here.
Yeah.
You dare? No, really. I can't tell one of those people.
Can you go to a counselor at school?
No, I need...
Here's the deal, Courtney.
If I tell a psychiatrist, they can't have the right to tell my parents because I'm not 14. Right? So that's what it's the deal about?
You know what? I can't swear that's true.
What's going to happen if your parents find out?
What, all this? I'm not telling them.
Yeah, but what would happen?
Oh, I'd probably be messed up for the rest of my life.
No, you'd probably be on the road to recovery. And here's the deal. I would not expect most psychiatrists or psychologists to really tell your parents this kind of thing, because they need to build a trusting relationship with you to get you to open up and begin talking about things. So I agree with you. There is some risk, I guess, that they might, but I don't think so. I really would expect most would not. So what about going to the counselor at school?
I don't know. I don't
It's a command command her, Dr. Drew, don't you think?
That's
Should
on
we
the verge.
command her?
Yes, Courtney, I'm ordering you to talk to somebody at school, okay?
I know. I was kind of asking. I was going to ask you. Who should
I command you, if you hear my voice,
He's casting a spell right now.
Casting a spell, and you're under the influence of my voice, and you are going to the counselor at school, and you're going to talk to him or her about these feelings. You haven't done anything yet, and hopefully, God willing, you won't, and with a little treatment, that you'll be through this and won't be so, as you call it, screwed up.
Hey, would it help if I told you that I've been looking at free porn also?
Yeah, that helps. Thank you. It makes it even more so that you should go see a counselor right now.
Yeah, Courtney, really important. You're 12, and you're getting into stuff. My crystal ball, here it comes. I see it. The haze is clearing. Oh, there's a big pole.
Yeah.
There's a big pole there. You know what that is?
Yeah, and it's brass.
Yes.
And it needs to be wiped down every hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Courtney, I don't like where this is going.
You guys seen Courtney?
Courtney, stage 5.
She's
great.
Courtney.
Yeah, it not only is that going to be suddenly and magically appealing to you, that's the best outcome I see in my crystal ball. The worst is you go to jail for child abuse, or you find yourself a sexually abusive pedophile husband who is abusive to you and brings kids. I see horrible things coming.
He has commanded you, Courtney, and you have to go in tomorrow.
And my ball of crystal ball, and I'm literally looking at my crystal ball, aren't I?
I can see it.
Yes, a new sort of image has appeared. This is you with treatment, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
So, it's your choice, Courtney. My goodness.
Here's the interesting. The thing with her, it seemed like she was thrilled to be telling us. She's just like, would it help you if I told you that? You know, I
think
like she was getting excited by just being able to communicate that information.
I don't know what that was.
That she seemed it was.
Yes, I do. There was a little glee in all of this.
Yeah,
at first there was so much glee that I thought it was bogus at one point. But it gave me a nice chill that led me to believe that maybe it wasn't. And that glee, people get glee when they're just sort of, it's a disconnected, dissociative kind of a feeling.
Yeah.
I'm gleeful about something awful. It's like, that's a disconnect.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah, what's up there?
Hey, guys.
Joel McHale and Dr. Drew, and we're both having post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, can you be a little gentle on us?
I'll try to do my best here.
All right.
I was wondering if Joel was doing anything more with the Almost Live crew.
Almost Live was a sketch comedy show in Seattle that I was on for a few years in college, and it was like one of the longest running. It was a very strange thing. It was a local sketch comedy show that was shown on the NBC affiliate. And and it only was local humor.
Seattle has a lot of local TV. Right? It's weird.
It's great because you tune in any Seattle channel, there are more local ads for RV places.
But they're programming too that's local.
Yeah, it's less and less with everything that's moved. But it used to be, it's so much. There's still a lot of it, and I think it's an anomaly. But there actually is. We did a reunion special last September, and it was great. It was really fun to see everybody, and there is no more plans, but it shows every night still on.
Seattle really is probably the most beautiful city in the country. Would you say?
Even when it's raining, it's pretty beautiful.
It's so beautiful, and no one really thinks of Seattle.
No,
it's just a great town.
But it is now beginning to be, at least from an outsider's point. Now that I go back and just visit, it's being overrun. It seems, and they're taking down all the farms and just putting up. I'm sure it was what California was like.
Here's another Seattleite, Seattalians. Lindy, what's up?
Hi.
Hey, Lindy.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. You're on with Joel McHale. Another, what is it, Seattleite? Seattalian?
Yeah, Seattleite.
Yes, I am a Seattleite, born and raised.
Go all sporting teams from Seattle.
And I was calling because I'm a big Joel McHale fan, and I'm a big Loveline fan.
Oh, we have one on the West Coast. That's great.
I know. I didn't hear any. Everyone was like, I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I love it.
Nice.
And, yeah, I used to watch Talk Soup when I was like 13, 14. I was obsessed with it. And then it's nice to have,
a new obsession.
Right on. Thank God for you.
And I've been listening to Loveline since I was that little, too. And
great.
Does that make you happy, Dr. Drew? Does it make you feel old?
Yes, it makes you feel old. It makes you feel happy as long as they don't follow it with, and now I'm a heroin addict. And anyway, it's like, oh, really? Really, we failed that badly.
Is it odd that the former heroin addict seemed like the most healthy person we've spoken to tonight?
Yeah, I blame you. I think it was you as Fred Durst that took us down.
No, see.
We were doing fine until that, and then we just spiraled. It just went down hard after that. So let's see if we can bring it back.
Yeah.
All right, the phone number here is 1-800-LOVE-191. This is Joel McHale with us, not Fred Durst, nor will he play Fred Durst any further tonight. He is from The Soup, 10 o'clock E. It's a show you must see. You will enjoy it, I guarantee. You needn't watch anything else besides The Soup. I mean, you get the best moments. And we'll have more Joel McHale, more you when we get back.
Dude, you got issues.
Call Loveline.
1-800-LOVE-191.
There we go. It's Loveline. Joel McHale in here. We got a renewed wind. We're going to get into it. And
yes,
it's going to be
we
less.
did some laps. We shook it off. We're okay.
Yeah, we sent a few more.
We had some empowerment.
We had empowerment.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have good calls now.
No more flare penis. No more fantastic pubes. Only
maybe
Joe.
A little fantastic pubes.
Let's see. Here's Joe. What's up, Joe?
Hey, what's up? I just want to know if I worked out, like, more actively, would my load size get bigger from, like, just all the testosterone growing and stuff?
Yeah, they would. A lot of power lifters actually kill women when they have sex with them.
Drown them.
Yeah, they drown in their semen.
They explode.
It's
like a lot of balloons.
Well, sometimes the guy gets he launches out of them and hits the ceiling. So a lot of those power lifters have to have sex outside.
It's a sledgehammer.
Like the toy rockets you used to have when you were a kid, the water power.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. You have to pump it, though. You have to pump it up. It's just like the toy rocket, just be penning.
Joe, why are you concerned about something like that?
Because, like, whenever I would pleasure myself, like, I noticed it getting bigger, and I just wanted to know if it would keep getting bigger. Like,
it will get bigger.
Eventually, it'll be a pint?
It will go from 3/4 of a teaspoon to 7/8 of a teaspoon. And you got to smoke less pot. That will give you a bigger load too, Joe. By the way, working out does increase your testosterone levels, and that will sort of. I'm not sure it necessarily increases your load size, but it increases the speed with which you reload. If you know what I mean, you sort of become more.
If you're in better
more
shape,
driven.
your entire body will be in better shape.
Well, and your testosterone levels are up, and you sort of more drive, and your sort of body's sort of ready for sex more readily. But and there might be some increase in semen volume.
And
too,
if you were to wear like a wrestling outfit when you work out,
bring it down because remember the testes need to be cooler, and that pulls them all up.
I want him
inside
to go to a gym wearing a wrestling outfit.
Oh, I see. Well, just give them something a little more creative, like bike uniforms. So here's
see, look at that. That was easy.
Bill, what's up, Bill?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend were dating for a while, like throughout high school, and we broke up because we were really in love, and we were the only ones each other has ever dated, so we didn't know if it was like true love or that's just all we knew. And I found out that she had sex while we were broken up, and now she won't have sex with me now that we're back together until I have sex with someone else. I told her it's like
very healthy, very healthy. Of course, that's how she'd be.
This relationship is as corrupt as the government of Rhode Island.
He's from Rhode Island. Where are you calling from?
Rhode Island.
Yeah, I get that. There's a couple cities in Rhode Island. Which city?
I'd rather not say because it's kind
of Rhode Island City.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Providence. Okay.
Are you fast at running?
Am I?
Are you a sprinter? You should go. Here's what you should do. Go to like a running store. Yeah. You should get the spikes. You know that track athletes wear spikes. You know what I'm talking about to get that much more traction.
Plus, the soil's soft in Rhode Island. It's all that water.
Yeah, so you want something that really grips the ground, and then you just need to run as fast as you can.
Away from this young lady.
But see, like, I love her. We've been dating.
Oh, yeah.
Totally love her.
By the way, I'm not, no one has had the temerity to say, but we love each other, or but I love her.
My wife and I were just reminiscing on, Valentine's Day, and about when she loved me so much that she wanted me to have sex with someone else because she had sex with someone, and it just came right before dessert. It was wonderful.
It was quite a moment, I'm sure.
She tried to set me up with one of her friends, I think.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
Let me just reiterate, because I love her.
She watching The Big Chill or something?
Because I love her on this show does not wash.
Okay.
So, it just does not wash.
I went over to her house or whatever, and we were watching movies and stuff.
You're not going to win.
Her friends was there.
Yeah, dude. You're not. Seriously.
Well, he's pushing kind of hard here. Okay, you see, he's pushing on to a punchline of some type.
Okay. So her friend started kissing my neck.
Here we go. It's going to be mason jar.
I was like, no mason jar. He was nice and stuff, but I rented Bill and
He
Ted's
was
Bogus
nice.
Journey
See,
'cause I wanted
he was
to see
nice.
it.
See, here we go. So what he's done is he's taken some of your advice about the bogus
he did it
call
pretty well.
thing.
Yeah, that was good.
So
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, and so it's him sort of, giving us a bogus call.
All right, that's good. It's good.
All right.
You base it in slight truth. Okay.
All right, James, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
You know what? Hold on a second. I'm just tired of jack-off guys. We got to get some women in here. Here we go. This is Sky.
Hello.
What's up, Sky? You're on with Joel McHale.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Ah, good, Sky. Did you have hippie parents?
Huh?
Hippie parents?
50 pants, what?
No. Hey, why are you named Sky?
Oh, my mom was born in 61, so she doesn't know anything about the hippie life. She just liked the name Sky. My real name's Sky Marie, and she really liked it, so she
That's nice. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all right. So my question is, when my boyfriend plays with my chest, he gets really mad that I can't feel anything except for, like, the very tip of my nipples. And I want to know, is it because I'm a big-chested person, or is it just that I've just had
You have nerve damage, possibly?
What do you mean he gets upset? What's with the boyfriend?
Oh, you can't feel a thing.
All the other girls love it when I do this.
I always touch around it, but then it's not until I get right up to the tip.
Well, I can't feel anything until he, like, either bites on my nipple or he, like, really, like, pinches it. I can feel anything. Like, he'll try to play with them, and I can't feel anything.
All right, that's fine. So he can't, he should be very happy. He can't cause any irritation either.
Well,
this is the least. Wow.
Is it because I'm a big-chested person? If I was smaller, would I feel more, or what?
Not necessarily.
You should get a breast reduction surgery to satisfy his...
no, I'm not going to do that.
Did you just drop the F word? Sky.
Sorry.
Yeah, F word.
Oh, boy.
I gotta punish you, Sky. I'm sorry about that. But listen, it is not anything to do with your chest. Oh, not anything, but it's not as though women with large breasts necessarily have less sensitivity. But distance from the chest wall may have a little something to do with it, but not as though women with flatter chests necessarily are very, very sensitive. It's not that way. So.
And if that's your problem, you should do some volunteer work, maybe at a soup kitchen.
Yes, it's not your problem. That's your boyfriend's problem. That again, another J.O.
She's calling about it.
All right, we got to go back to Sky. What?
I said, thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
What? No, we want to know why you're calling about it, because your stupid boyfriend's preoccupation. He needs to just cool out and, it's your body, it's your responsiveness. He needs to sort of accommodate that. That's his job, to make you feel good, okay?
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Thank you so much. Bye.
People want to get rid of us tonight, you notice that? Keith, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I was curious. I was reading in a magazine about a new STD that they've found out about. They said, like, the magazine about 6 months ago, and it's called vermicillus hypodermis.
It's a weaponized STD, Dr. Drew.
Vermicillus. Go ahead, look at it. It sounds more like a bowel thing. What's the last part of it?
Hypodermis, vermicillus hypodermis.
So it's just something under the skin.
It's a worm?
Yeah, it's a worm that leaves lesions, and you can get it on your legs, or you get it on the genitals or inside. And they said that, and I was just curious if it was true or if you knew about it.
Well, I'll look it up online and sort of report back after the break. But it's vermicillis?
Are you having symptoms?
No, not at all.
Did you visit Thailand recently?
Yeah, there are some very strange worm-related, vermin-related illnesses in tropical areas. So they may just be reporting something that's down. There's something called chancroid that's fairly common down there. We almost get none of it up here. And so there's other stuff that this may be one of those things that I'll look it up and see if I can report back to you.
Chancroid's a band, isn't it?
After the break, okay?
All right, man.
All right, hang in there. Chancroid, yeah, that'd be a good name for a band, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. This is Jenny.
Hello?
Hey, Jenny, I'm Joel McHale.
Hi, how are you?
Good, what's up?
I've been with my girlfriend for about a year now, and we just recently had sex with the lights on for the first time.
How long?
And
How long you been dating? Years?
About a year.
Okay, yeah.
And her labia is almost black. And I just wanted to see if that's normal.
Yes,
Or,
can be.
Is your girlfriend
dark skin?
Italian.
Yeah.
She's what, Italian?
Right.
Yeah, darker skinned, olive skinned, even people can be that way.
Have you thought about maybe some highlights around? I mean,
well, there's a whole bleaching procedure that people go through now.
Pubes once again.
Well, no, this would be more like what would we call that shop where they do the bleaching of the bunghole and the labia?
I'm gonna say, well, you could say
strictly labias and. Let's see.
I can't even. I'm trying to think of something I can say out loud. Just bleachers.
Bleachers, that's good.
Like,
I like
and
that.
then show like different bungholes with with pom poms.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll just call it bleachers. Oh boy, I'm sorry.
Michelle, what's up?
Hi.
Why don't we just go on from the call?
Just go on.
Hi. I just wanted to say hi to Joel because he's really. I think Joel that you're like totally amazing.
Oh, you watch him on the Soup?
Yeah, I watch The Soup every Friday. I just love it and adore it because I personally hate reality TV, and it's just awesome to see somebody making fun of it.
Oh my God, she's 15, and I just love to hear that the young generation hates reality TV. That is so encouraging.
Yeah.
Now you need to gather together and rise up.
There needs to
We
be a
need like
movement.
the anti-reality youth syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was wondering whose dog is that, Lou?
That's our executive producer, Edward Boyd's. It's his little Chihuahua. And
I just think that it's so adorable that you.
I thought that was your dog. You play it like it's yours.
Well, I have to pretend it's mine.
Oh.
He's in the show tomorrow, actually. I throw him up onto the ceiling. So you should stay tuned for that one. He's a sweet dog. It's an amazing dog. It's the size of a rat, but it could be 30 feet away from you. You can just say, sit, Lou, and the dog will sit. And it's just odd to see a tiny dog doing that.
Yeah.
Because I saw the one episode where it's the end of the year special.
Yes.
And you were
That's
doing the little barking thing with the whole singing. What's her name?
Yes, who do I sing with? I've sang with a couple of different people. I sang with Bai Ling from But Can They Sing?
Yes. What
and
was that?
Lou and I sang together. Yeah, that was once again a brilliant show idea from VH1, where you get a bunch of pseudo celebrities who can't sing to sing. And Bai Ling, man, talk about selling out.
But who was she?
She's been in a bunch of movies, and she's kind of just this personality. She was in like some critically acclaimed movies at one point, and then she's just kind of this hot
in this country?
Asian woman.
Was she in this country?
No, it was a bunch of. But she's been in a bunch of movies here now. I mean, in a bunch of American movies now. But she was in. I think she's Chinese, so I think she was in a bunch of Hong Kong films. So. Yeah, that was really fun, and we have to get Lou. It's not hard to get Lou howling like that.
Yes, he is so adorable. I think he's the cutest little dog.
Yeah, he's really great.
How did you guys get the little the so meaty thing on there?
That is one of our producers. Her name's Kelly, and she just has this great voice. And we say so meaty when we have a thing called Chat Stew, where we comment about Dr. Phil most of the time. Tyra Banks, Tony Danza, Oprah.
I was watching it, and you just seem like it's irritating to you now.
No, I find it eerily arousing. And it makes me uncomfortable, like in high school. Or
what was that Tony Danza I saw you make fun of, where he had somebody had died and he gave it a little tribute?
Well, he does.
Anyway,
he does this thing where he makes these rough transitions. Will be like he'll be like. He will be like, well, the Jets got a chance this year. They won last week. Sad news, Richard Pryor died.
That's right.
And he just goes right into it. And I don't know if it's a problem with the cue card guy or whatever, or he'll do it the other way. Where he'll say, like, Richard Pryor died, and hey, how about the Giants? They're doing great. Did you see that? And then he has to apologize. He's apologized for things like that the next day.
Oh.
And so I feel bad for him sometimes with that. So it's just it's just very alarming. His transitions are very.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I just wanted to.
Thanks, Michelle. You're the greatest person.
Keep watching, Michelle. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
All right. Have a night.
See ya.
Bye.
I want to come down there again and see how you guys do your thing maybe one of these days.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been there in
you could see
10
Tom.
years.
You could see Tom.
Just to see Tom again. Remember my wife, she loves this show.
Bring her in.
All right, the phone number here is 1-800-LOVE-191. Joel McHale with us on Loveline. More him, more you after this.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline, I'll be right back.
There we go. Back to Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191. Joel McHale in here. I'm looking at the call screens and realizing that...
anything really...
Well, Jenny, who we talked to briefly, is still sitting there on hold. Let's see what she's doing now. Jenny.
Hi.
Did you get a chance to ask your question? Your girlfriend's labia were dark.
Right.
Is that your only question?
Well, also, I wanted to know if there's maybe a polite way to ask her to trim a little bit.
Oh, fantastic. Pubes.
How about this? Hey, will you trim a little bit?
Or no, how about she makes a game out of it? Like, I want to do something.
She's the kind of person who might get a little offended if I ask.
But how about if you went at her with the scissors playfully? There is such a thing.
I have played that game where I wanted my wife to cut her hair, and I was like, hey, hon, and then I just started running after her with a smile on my face.
Or just say, I want to go to Fantastic Pubes today. You want to come with me?
Have you seen the commercials? It is fun.
It's so cool.
Come on. Do a trim down.
So, no real suggestion.
Or just a comb and a style. You've been. I don't understand something that you. This is the first time you had sex with the lights on. Was a year into your relationship?
Yeah, it wasn't. We never did it. We just always had the lights off.
And now that you have, you don't like the color of her vagina.
No, I didn't say I didn't like it. I'm just trying to make sure that it's.
You mean that there was something wrong with her?
No, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. And then you want her to groom differently.
She just doesn't trim at all. So
maybe just drop in subtle hints like, we could go to the landing strip later on. Possibly, I don't know, a mohawk, whatever. Sorry. What do you think? I don't know.
There's no easy. We don't communicate with your girlfriend. You do.
Right.
And it's something you don't like here, and you can think of playful ways, and certainly, do it when it's not sort of an intense moment. Do it when go at it sort of obliquely. Like, do you ever groom down there, or do you ever think about that? Or I know, just think of some creative way to bring it up, and be supportive. Don't be aggressive, and don't be denigrating about it.
And then don't spend any more time thinking about it.
And then get off the line here, Spencer. What's going on?
Hey, Drew. What's going on? Long-time listener, first-time caller. I appreciate what you guys do and stuff. I had a question for your guest.
Yeah, Joel McHale.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, how'd you get into Talk Soup, and how'd you get into the whole entertainment industry? Like, I kind of wanted to set up something like Talk Soup, but more towards musicians. I was wondering, like, how you got into it and stuff.
What does that mean? Start up something for musicians?
You wanted to start a hosted show about musicians?
Yeah, I wanted to try to start a hosted show, basically, in general, and then maybe kind of design it more like Talk Soup, because I really enjoy the show.
But where would you get the outtakes from?
Would get the what?
The outtakes, the clips.
I just start filming bands and stuff. Like, I know a lot of bands are starting to film all their stuff, put it on their websites and stuff like that, and.
If you really want to host, like attorneys or doctors, they practice medicine or argue cases, you start hosting. You start making it yourself, I would say, if that's the first step, especially if you want to do something that's innovative like that, and then look for opportunities where you could host. I actually wasn't really a host at all before I did Talk Soup. I was an actor and still am, I hope. But you do as much of it as you can, and watch people that you like and see what they do, and then copy them. And
you're calling from Sacramento. You better get out of there.
Yeah,
there's not a lot going on in Sacramento.
You kind of had an in on the industry before you.
Who?
Me?
No, I didn't at all.
No, nobody does.
Nobody has anything unless you're the kid of somebody,
Right.
and most of the time those people are crashing cars and drinking too much. But no, almost everybody starts. I came here and I worked at a golf course and a liquor store.
And I think the thing that I suspect that Joel would agree is that you need to develop a skill.
Yep.
You need to figure out what you're interested in, that you like doing, and then train and train and train and train. And then while you're training, get a day job, and then keep looking for opportunities to work.
But your life should be about...
do not quit your day job.
No. You obviously have to sustain yourself, and that will only help what you're passionate about. So if, like a stand-up comic, you hear about stand-up comics, they're like, oh, he's got his own show now. How did that happen? Because he's been on the road for 10 years.
Right.
Or some actor's been on stage for 10 years, and now all of a sudden they're great in some movie. So they just work their butts off to get where they are. And so if you want to do that, write it down, figure it out, and start shooting it, and host as much as you can. I mean, that's the biggest battle right there.
Here's Mary.
Hello.
Hi, Mary. What's up?
Hi.
But good luck, Spencer. Go ahead, Mary. Sorry.
Yes.
Here you go.
Hi. I have a question. My boyfriend and I, when we have sex, the sex is great, but when we do it doggy style, I don't get stimulated.
Okay. So do it a little bit that way if your boyfriend likes it, and then switch to something else.
We've tried, but if he starts that way, it doesn't work. And
What if he finishes that way?
Finish it.
What if you let him have his way for a little bit, and then you do what you need to do?
Or vice versa. You do what you need to do and let him finish up that way.
Okay.
Why is that so disturbing to you?
Is she writing it down?
Maybe.
It's just, it wasn't like that before. And it
What
just
was it?
started happening for like the past 2 months.
That suddenly the doggy position became unpleasant for you.
Yes.
That's something new.
Yes.
And what is it you don't like?
I like it. It's just, I'm enjoying it, and then suddenly I get dry, and it starts to hurt.
Okay. Are you on birth control?
No.
No. Are you planning to get pregnant?
No.
Are you using a condom?
No.
Well, you are planning to get pregnant then. So here we go. So you're going to be pregnant. Maybe you are pregnant. Maybe because that does change your hormones, and that may be. How long ago?
3 weeks ago.
Oh Lord!
And what did they tell you was the reason for the dryness?
Will you wake me up when this is done?
Fine. They did
What?
say they found an irritation, and I got tested, and they said nothing's wrong.
Okay, well, dryness is usually a sign of excess. First of all, whatever reason you're not as aroused as you were. Secondly, there can be medication doing this, or hormones can do it, like birth control pills. Are you on any medication?
No. My boyfriend thinks it might be stress.
It can be. It can be the fact that you're stressed. Things aren't working. I suspect we don't have time, unfortunately, to excavate Mary. It's like pulling teeth out of her to get information. But it sounds like she's depressed or anxious or something's going on here, and that's making her less responsive sexually. And of course, that's what happens. All right, we have to take another break, unfortunately. Joel McHale is in here with us, and we're going to be right back after this. Go ahead.
If you need help,
call Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191.
Well, that about does it for an amazing episode of Loveline where Joel McHale visited us and Fred Durst came in for a few minutes.
That 12-year-old disturbed us.
Oh, that was a very interesting show. Very interesting. It really was.
Right on.
So, Joel, thank you for coming in. I hope you don't mind becoming a regular on the show because it will be having.
It is a dream come true.
Well, God bless you. I genuinely appreciate your participation.
Well, thank you. It's so much fun.
Everybody within the sound of my voice, listen, watch, I beg your pardon, E-Channel to see The Soup, 10 o'clock on Fridays. Check your local listing. You can see it throughout the week. And until next time, this is Dr. Drew saying good night and stay well. Joel McHale is Fred Durst. Fred?
Come again?
This has been Loveline. Loveline. The opinions expressed in this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Annie Gould. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.